What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Keepin It Cleveland podcast. We are doing something different, but something special today. We are highlighting a small business. It's something I've been wanting to do, just get people who are entrepreneurs, creatives, and have small business in here and highlight what they're doing, the impact that they're having. And today, we have none other than the Shay of Be Browed, etc. What's up, Shay?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for coming on. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good. Thank you for having me.
So, something that's unique about us is that we were a part of Jumpstart.
Yes.
That's where we met at, and we were a part of a pitch competition, and we got to know a little bit of the inside and outside of our businesses. And I thought it'd be cool to have you on as one of our first guests for highlighting businesses, simply because, I mean, we saw each other struggle. We saw each other struggle through that whole thing. So before we get into all of that, though, can you just tell the people a little bit about who you are and what it is you do?
Yes. So my name is Shay, and I am the owner of Be Browed, etc. Permanent Makeup Studio. And I'm also the founder and the school director for the Ohio Institute of Permanent Makeup, which is Ohio's first state accredited permanent makeup school.
Okay. Yep. And then what exactly is, because I this was something new for me.
Yes.
What exactly is permanent makeup?
I know, that was the big question. So permanent makeup is a form of cosmetic tattooing. We perform cosmetic procedures, brows, lips, eyeliner. We do scar camouflage as well. And basically our services, they're cosmetic, but we also provide medical tattooing services for our clients.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say got you into that? Like, how do you wake up one day and be like, I'm about to start tattooing makeup?
Yeah, you know what? It just, I don't want to say I fell into this, but I literally fell into this. I always loved makeup. I love doing makeup. People always complimented me on my brows, but I always wanted my own business, but I just wasn't sure exactly, what that was. Mm-hmm. And then one day I was on Instagram and I saw a photo of these brows, which weren't actually her brows. It was microblading, which is a form of the cosmetic tattooing. So, I decided to invest money into a class, and here I am 6 years later. Now,
were you living in Ohio? Because since you have the first school in Ohio, were you living in Ohio, or were you somewhere else and got inspired?
I was here.
Okay.
I was here. I just wanted my own business. I was really kind of looking for a side hustle. I hate to call it a hustle, but that's what it was. I just wanted to kind of bridge my income. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So what was it that what was that first initial step like? That process of, did you know how to draw? Was you an artist? What type of skills do you have to be able to tattoo somebody's face permanently?
Yeah, you do want to have a little bit of artistic skill. I was always kind of like a doodler. I always doodled when I was younger, even as an adult. You just want to kind of have a look, but you can be taught. Mm-hmm. You can be taught how to do this. Mm-hmm. So it was definitely tough starting out, especially because Ohio doesn't regulate permanent makeup training. So I took a 2-day class. So can you imagine trying to learn how to tattoo someone's face in 2 days?
Right.
So a lot of the struggle was definitely in the beginning, which inspired me now to do the Ohio Institute of Permanent Makeup. So, we can kind of bridge that gap with the education that is lacking in our industry.
So you said Ohio doesn't allow what again?
Well, they don't regulate permanent makeup training. Okay. They don't regulate us at all, besides from a sanitation standpoint.
So how are you able to teach it?
Anybody can teach it. That's the thing about it.
Oh, they don't regulate it, meaning that right there. Anybody can teach it.
Anybody can teach it. There's no competency standards for artists, meaning I can take a 2-day class and go tattoo someone's face the next day. Right. Pretty scary.
Is that because they look at it as a creative? Do you know why?
Yeah, so I'm going to contribute this to the fact that, permanent makeup has always been around. It's been around a long time, but we didn't get really popular or trendy until the last maybe 5 to 10 years. And I think that's due to social media. People see all of our videos and people are finding out, oh, wow, and then we've had advancements in permanent makeup where now it looks very natural. So a lot of people are scared to get it, right? Yeah. You see the old, I don't want to say Michael Jackson brows, but the old permanent makeup where it's really, dark. And now we have so many advancements where we can make these brows and this, all of this stuff look really, really natural. So I just don't think that the states have really caught up, because Ohio isn't the only one, but we're starting to see different states starting to crack down and require artists to have competency standards.
Okay. What's up, guys? Listen, this episode of Keepin It Cleveland is sponsored by Color Beyond. So if you're a small business owner or a nonprofit organization that knows you need video, but you're not sure where to start, what to create, or how to show up consistently, that lack of clarity is costing you clients, support, and real opportunities. Color Beyonds help you create strategic video content with a clear plan so you can show up consistently, build trust, and make sure your content is actually working for you. So if this is something you're interested in and you're ready to stop guessing and start showing up with clarity, visit my website, colorbeyond.com. Thank you for watching. Now let's get back to the episode.
Who is your audience? Who is the people that need this permanent makeup? Is it? Yeah,
it's primarily mature men and women who have experienced medical conditions. We have done cancer survivors where they lost their brows, alopecia. A lot of people have lost
hair.
We can do scalp I don't offer scalp micropigmentation, but we can actually do that. That's a service that's offered in our industry as well. So it's far more than just cosmetic.
Do people do it it's nothing wrong with them, they just want to do something different? I guess
some people just want to have nice brows, so they come get their work permanently done. They don't want to wake up and have to worry about their brows and trying to draw them on. Do you know how hard it is to draw on brows?
I have no clue.
It used to take me 20 minutes until I had
no clue. So it's a school.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about, I guess, the impact that your business has had not only on your clients that you serve, but the students that you teach?
Yeah, we're really trying to make a difference as far as the educational component, because like I said, Ohio is not really regulating this, and we're trying to start change by even advocating. At this moment, I'm going through a process where I'm trying to get our industry recognized by the state of Ohio as a legitimate work career path. And so just to legitimize our industry, because we do real work. And so that should be also recognized the same level as cosmetology, barber school, nails, all of those type of things. And so what we're going to also do, by allowing us to get that, we'll be able to also provide, the state will fund some of our students to complete our programs. Everything right now is out of pocket. So very difficult for people to really take adequate training. If you don't have the money, you're going to go take a one-day class and, if no one's regulating it. So we really want to bridge that gap. And that's what the Ohio Institute of Permanent Makeup is doing, is really making sure that our graduates, they leave prepared, they're confident, they're competent. And we're also have, we want to make sure that the public is aware of this as well. And that we're also looking out for the public as well. This is a public health issue as well. If people aren't doing things appropriately, they can have damage.
Yeah, I think that it's dope that not only are you the first, so you pioneering something, but it's Black owned, it's woman owned. How does that feel?
It feels really good. I try not to look at it, sometimes but it does feel really good about that, and I just want to make an impact, especially on Cleveland and in my community as well.
Now, what's the future? Do you plan on having more schools?
Yeah, I definitely want to expand. As soon as we can get more funding and things like that to fund, I want to definitely bring on more instructors and just expand our programs. Our longest program now is 100 hours. I would love to expand this to even 300 hours or a 600 hours program, where it's very, very comprehensive. You're in school 6 months to 8 months. And like I said, we're trying to legitimize what we do, because it's legitimate. You can't learn it in 2 days.
Yeah. What would you say are some of the biggest challenges that you're facing right now within your industry?
Yeah, the biggest challenges are really, the competency standards and making sure that we legitimize our profession in Ohio. We have to try to work our way up. So it starts with the Ohio Department of Health, which is basically the people who tell us what we have to do to get licensed as artists. Right now, there's no standards whatsoever, no hour requirements. It's basically your license based on a facility standpoint, as long as it's sanitary. So the challenge is right now is to get recognized. We want to get recognized as a legitimate industry, funding for our programs, funding for our apprenticeship programs. Everything right now, students have to pay out of pocket. And that is the biggest challenge is, I started this path. It actually came from that, seeing my students or the people who wanted to take these programs can't afford the programs, you know? And so I really wanted to bridge that gap. So a lot of this is stemming from that as well, wanting to be able to make sure that we put out competent artists that have had enough training, enough training hours, and that they're able to afford the programs. They do it for cosmetology.
Yeah.
They do it for all of these other programs.
Yeah.
Welding.
Yeah.
Truck driving. Do I need to go on? No,
I feel like it's one of those things that since you care about it so much, it's like your passion that eventually it will come around. I guess what do you see for the future within this industry, or what would you hope to see?
I would like to see obviously some type of training standards, approved trainers, definitely more regulation in our industry, which I know it's going to get there. We just don't know when, because other states are already doing it. It's just, you know, we have to keep advocating for this in our state. So that's what I've been working on, trying to advocate.
Yeah, let's shift gears a little bit. What impact have you seen on your students? On your matter of fact, what impact have you seen on your patients? Now, would you call them patients or clients?
I can call them both. Sometimes I'll say patients, but I guess my patients, you know, obviously they're going to have like that sense of confidence. A lot of clients, you know, I've finished their brows or I've done work on them, and then they get up and look at themselves and they're like crying in the mirror because they hadn't had brows. And you just don't realize the impact that these services provide for some of our clients until you actually experience it firsthand and you see how clients feel. You know, it's definitely that confidence factor that we're providing for clients that don't have hair or who've been drawing them on the wrong way for 20 years. And as far as my students, I'm very proud of many of the students. Permanent makeup artists, we pretty much contribute to Ohio's small business economy. Most of us work for ourselves. We go on and we start our own businesses. So the impact for me is great because I feel like I'm giving the students an opportunity to go out and start their own businesses, just like I had the opportunity to do the same thing. And I'm happy to see them make money, you know, make money on a skill.
Yeah.
So,
what skills have you developed though since starting this? Like what? Obviously, you're a tattoo artist, technically.
Yeah, right. Definitely, I've acquired business skills, which it takes business skills, you know, to be able to run your business successfully. Teaching skills. Teaching requires a lot of patience, a lot.
Did you have teaching skills before when you were sitting at home and you had this idea, you saw it, and did you have teaching skills before? Maybe
it was already there, but I didn't know. But my previous roles in corporate America, I always did training and development. I actually would put on training programs for lawyers. I did a lot of recruiting. So a lot of my previous positions actually were in HR training and development. So it I feel like kind of rolled over into this as well. So
what about, what was it that made you say, I learned how to do permanent makeup for myself? First of all, what did you practice on? And then when did you wake up and say, now I want to teach others? And how did that journey start?
I, again, fell into teaching. So we practice on latex or silicone pads, which are supposed to kind of simulate skin, but it really doesn't. It's like so different. Honestly, I think I was just very bold in the beginning. I didn't know what I was doing. 2 days.
Like all of us entrepreneurs.
I didn't know. I figured it out. You know, you just kind of figure it out as you go. And I did my first class. I was very successful as an artist starting off. As an artist, I was very successful, decided to do my first class with another local artist. And I noticed, like, well, should I say, some of the students that they were all coming to me. They were all coming to me. So, you know, I don't know. I think maybe I didn't realize I was this patient until... Or maybe I'm only patient because I understood what it was like as a beginner artist and just struggling in the beginning. So I probably have a little bit more patience because I understand what it was like starting off in this. So I don't know. It's a lot of work, but, you know, I love seeing them gain their confidence and then say, hey, Shay, I just booked 3 clients for this week. You know, and I'm just like, yes, good.
Yeah.
You know,
That's cool.
You get paid. You get
That's cool. All right. So fast forward a little bit, 2025. I think it was this year where we met, right? It was this year.
In 2024, December 20.
It was 2024?
Yeah, it was. I know time is flying.
Yeah. All right, 2024. We both was a part of the Jump Start program.
Yeah.
And basically, for those who don't know, we had to create a pitch.
We did.
Talking about our business.
And
then while we need a certain amount of funding, up to $10,000, you were the renter of that $10,000. Can you talk a little bit about not just that program, but just the work that you had to put in, thinking about your business, presenting it in front of people? Was that your first time pitching?
That was my first time pitching. So yeah, it was definitely a lot of work, but the experience, meeting you all, it was an amazing experience. I would do it all over again.
Yeah.
That was definitely my first time pitching though. I'm like, okay, but I must have practiced like.
And she killed it.
I probably practiced that thing like maybe 300 or 400 times, my speech. But it paid off. So, but no, it was a great experience. And, I would love to do more, to get some more funding.
How do you feel like the, I guess winning the top prize, if you will, and then having that extra money to contribute towards your business and being able to say that you won or whatever comes with that. Yeah. Like, even if it's just like, man, it was encouraging, it inspired you, it motivated you to keep on going. Like, what role did actually winning play in your life?
I think for me, it like confirmed to me that my business and the idea and where I'm trying to go, it confirmed to me that other people also see my vision that I have as well. And to me, it kind of like confirmed, like, okay, I know I'm not crazy. Like, I got something here because other people have recognized that as well. And I just feel blessed that other people were able to see my vision as well. And the $10,000, I put it toward an assistant finally, because I've been basically running everything by myself for all of these years. Businesses. Right. So I did put them, and that was one of the goals that I also said I was going to use with the money, was contributed towards a salary for an assistant. And so, I got help now. So
That's what's up. So for those people who may watch this episode, maybe listening to this episode, and they might be interested in permanent makeup. What is a way that they can get in contact with you, learn a little bit more about permanent makeup?
So my Instagram is a great place to start. It's at bbrowdetc, bbrowdetc, or you can go to the Ohio Institute of Permanent Makeup.com. So Ohio Institute of Permanent Makeup.com.
All right, well, that wraps up our episode. It was that simple, So thank you for coming on to the show, and I'm hoping that the right people see this, the right people hear this, and can become a part of your movement that you're creating, that you're pioneering, at least in Ohio.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me.
For sure.